Hello everyone, I'm Rhino Clavin with your Diz Daily Fix for Thursday, June 15th, 2017. Here's what's happening today. First up, Walt Disney Parks and Resorts is not happy with Orange County appraiser Rick Singh's assessment of their property's values. The Orlando Sentinel, reported that almost a dozen lawsuits had been filed in late May and saying that the appraiser's numbers for their properties were much greater than their fair market value and, quote, included the value of certain intangible property in the assessments, end quote. A spokesperson for Disney stated, quote, the increase in the assessments of our property are unreasonable and unjustified. Similar to other property owners in Orange County, we have no choice but to take action to dispute these errors by the property appraiser. We look forward to presenting our case in court, end quote. Disney is seeking new assessments of their properties as well as court costs. The lawsuit singled out Rick Singh, Scott Randolph, a tax collector, and Leon Begalski, the executive director of the Florida Department of Revenue, as well as the Reedy Creek Improvement District. Ooh. Singh valued the Magic Kingdom at $437 million, Epcot at $446 million, Hollywood Studios at $339 million, no. Animal Kingdom Lodge at $153 million, and Caribbean Beach Resort at $239 million. When Rick Singh ran for election, it's something of note that this was a big platform of his, was that the theme parks had been grossly undervalued for years. And so this is essentially just him fulfilling a campaign promise. So I think it's going to be a pretty big fight in court. So you're going to want to stay tuned to WDW Info for all that information, and we'll update you as the story comes out. So next up, beginning July 17th, just 1 month and 2 days from today, the new Frozen Ever After dessert party will be held on select evenings at Epcot. The festivities will begin at World Showcase Plaza East, where guests will enjoy sweet treats, specialty beverages, and prime seating along World Showcase Lagoon for a great view of Illumination's Reflections of Earth. Now, after Illuminations, guests are going to be escorted to the Norway Pavilion to experience Frozen Ever After. Tickets for this party are $79 for adults ages 10 and up and $47 per child ages 3 to 9, including tax and gratuity. Admission to Epcot is required and not included in the price of that ticket or the party, which is usually the situation. Reservations can be made up to 180 days in advance, or online, or by calling 407-WDW-DINE. I'm sorry, I was just falling over my words in that one because everyone knows how much I love Frozen. Now, finally, if you are going to Epcot over this weekend, you may notice that the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival is still temporarily closed. However, it will be returning on Monday, June 19th with 2 new films. We don't know what they are yet, but those 2 new short films will replace La Luna and For the Birds, with Get a Horse, the Disney short film, remaining. It's unknown, like I said, what those 2 films are, but you can stay tuned to www.info.com and we'll update you on what those are. My money, it's on Lava, because I feel like it's a good one, but also it's kind of, it would make sense with the whole Moana craze right now. And then Piper as well. I think since that was the Academy Award-winning short of this year, I think they'll kind of include it now that Finding Dory's out on Blu-ray, since that was the short that accompanied that film. Now, moving over to our featured article of the day is actually on DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com and comes from one of our very own agents, Patrice Wells, a Dreams Unlimited travel agent, who lists 10 tips for a magical Disneyland vacation. And you all know how I feel about Disneyland, so make sure that you check out that article. You can check out many other great ones on WDWinfo.com as well as DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com. Now, trending on the Diz boards today is a thread that's somewhat of a public service announcement. The thread is titled, Stop Using Flash. Yes. And was started by poster Ashley Ann 31 on Theme Parks Attractions and Strategies forum. And as you can probably guess, posters are discussing how important it is to follow Disney's rules about not using flash photography while you're riding certain attractions in the park. Not only is it annoying for guests to deal with your camera in their line of sight, the flash can be blinding. And seriously, the ride is lit to be a certain way. Do not use your flash on Pirates of the Caribbean, because you are going to get a picture that not only is going to come out terrible, but it's not going to look the way you look through your eyes. Also, if you're watching the fireworks, don't use your flash. It's not going to help you. You're so far away. All you're going to do is flash that in my line of sight and then ruin the show for me. You know who you are, lady, who I asked to turn it off and then wouldn't. You know who you are. Anyway, you can go over to DizBoards.com and join in on that discussion like me and get a little heated. So, coming up later today on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/DizUnplugged, is the Universal edition of the Diz Unplugged. And in this week's episode, host Craig Williams and myself will be discussing the Revenge of the Mummy attraction to go along with the release of the new Mummy movie. We're talking about the Universal Studios Florida version, whether it's Hall of Fame worthy, and also what impact the Dark Universe, Universal's Monsters universe, the shared universe they're creating, and films, what impact that's going to have on the theme park. So it was a pretty interesting episode. You can check it out in its normal spots, disunplugged.com, youtube.com/disunplugged, or our iTunes feed, where I'm sure you are subscribed to our show. And if you're not, what's wrong with you? Now, finally, everyone's favorite part of the show, the weather. Out in Anaheim today and tomorrow, it's sunny skies with highs ranging from 88 to 90 and lows in the 60s, the low 60s. Nice and consistent and dependable out there. Here in Orlando, you guessed it. It is rain, rain, rain. Thunderstorms today, thunderstorms tomorrow, thunderstorms over the weekend. Highs around 88, lows around 73. Rain, 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 rain. Now, for links to everything that was discussed in today's Diz Daily Fix, please visit the Daily Fix main page at wdwinfo.com/dailyfix. That's going to do it for me today.